All right, y'all, we're here to get into the mapping process. I'm just here in my bathroom and I'm gonna show you guys the easiest way to get your ideal eyebrow shape in my bathroom with products at home or that you can get quite easily. I'm gonna use mapping string today. So I'm just gonna grab a piece. I use this one from Brow Code. More than likely, you can just grab one off Amazon. Let's get into it. I have my piece of mapping string. Remember from the video, I told y'all the main points of your eyebrow. So you want to go ahead and identify those first. So I like to hold it like so. Oops. It's a little finicky, you gotta figure it out, but we're gonna go from the bridge of the nose. That is the start of your eyebrows. I like to go a bit closer sometimes just to get the line looking nice. That is the start of our eyebrows. For the arch, I go from the bridge of the nose. I like to do the pupil. So the pupil is that little black section in the middle of your eye. So I like to just go through the center of it to mark the arch and then go a little bit closer just to define the line. And then the edge and tail of the brow is lined up with the edge of the nose, edge of the eye, edge of the brow. That is the basic anatomy of your brow. Now we're just going to go ahead. I like to find where the height of my eyebrows are and where the bottom starts. So that gives your eyebrow the best possible symmetric shape. So I like to mark that out just to make sure that our eyebrows are going to be the exact same height and depth. And then I like to also mark where the arch is going to fall. So I like to just line up both my brows and line both my arches coming together like so, just so I can make sure that the arches are the exact same height. Those are all of your key points, and then we just put it together. So what I like to do is, your eyebrows naturally have like a little, I don't know what to call it, it's like a little, they kind of come down towards the center of your nose just to frame your eyes a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to make an X in the middle of my box. So from the bottom of my left brow to the top of my right, that's when I'm gonna mark for the start of my right brow, and then just making an X just the same for the start of my other brow. So then taking from that starting point, I like to go ahead and just shape my brow. So one line from the starting point to the point of the arch. Same on the bottom, one line from the starting point to the point of the arch. And then we close it up from the arch to the end. And then from the top, from the arch to the end. And that is your brow. Naturally, you mimic the same thing on the other side. We'll see if I can actually do it so that I can kind of have you guys see how it looks. I'm just gonna freehand it. I've been doing this for years. And that's that. So, mapping string, key. Play around with it at home. this is what is going to make sure that you are the most comfortable when you go to get your eyebrows done. You know what your shape is, you know how to do it, right? And it is going to be the base of our second episode coming soon, where I show you how to use this framework to wax your brows, shape your brows, trim your eyebrows, fill them in, etc. Now, if you are one of my lovely ladies who probably don't have as much brow hairs as you would like, or maybe you are a little bit more on the thinner side than the fluffier side, or even the fluffier side than the thinner side, whatever your case is for your brow, I promise you the mapping technique works. Just play around, make it work for you, and of course, stay tuned for the rest of the series. I promise there is something for you in there so that you can achieve the brow that you have always dreamed of. Thank you so much for watching.